Welcome to the debut of LA Sports. I'm your host, Leon Andrew, where we talk about sports each week. This is an initial program, so we're just going to talk about what I feel like talking about. Hopefully, future shows will talk about whatever people comment on, or if they high on a certain game, I'll make sure I watch that game. We'll speak to it. Tonight, the game of the week: Patriots versus Colts. Um, they call this the rivalry of the decade. The two best teams, obviously the two best quarterbacks in the league by far. It's not even a question. They both threw for over 300 yards. Uh, Brady had 3 touchdowns. Manning had 4. And it actually came down to a coach's decision that cost the game. 4th and 3, and they decided to go for it. Even Madden will tell you shouldn't go for it. It's on your side of the field. You're only up by 6 and you have Peyton Manning that's going to get the ball with 2 minutes left on the clock, and he's been scoring left and right. But it's Bill Belichick. He's used to running up the score. He figures his defense isn't going to stop him, so he goes for it. What happens? Indianapolis gets the ball, march right down the field, game over. They remain undefeated, along with the Saints, who are still undefeated. Surprisingly, they've always had great offense. This year, they finally have a great defense. How long will that last? Who knows? They may go to the conference championship, but we're going to see. My money's on them, Vikings, Colts, Patriots are going to be back in the mix. I mean, it's really up in the air. I guess we're going to see who decides to step up at the end of the season. But right now, they're looking great. How long, if they'll stay undefeated? Could both teams go undefeated for the rest of the season? Who knows? We'll check that out. Pillow fight of the week. Pillow fight of the week. Let me be clear. Pillow fight of the week. Two worst teams in the NFL. Chiefs versus the Raiders. Two weak QBs. And actually the worst QB in the league at the moment, Jamarcus Russell. I don't know what the deal is. He was high. He was first round. He was a first round draft pick. High draft pick. Supposed to be real good, can throw 70 yards from his knees, and doesn't do anything. But he can't hit the broadside of a barn. He can't. It's no good if you got a strong arm and you're not accurate. At least Michael Vick was fast. He could make up for it. And maybe he'll even be able to complete a pass here or there. But, man, looking at you throwing, I mean, I have 10-year-olds on my football team that can throw better than that. So, whatever. Other games, Titans. Vince Young stepped up the past couple weeks. They benched the previous quarterback, Collins, who really wasn't doing much. Actually, he was hurting the team. They pull in Vince Young, who typically doesn't do much, but so far he hasn't been turning the ball over as much. He actually threw for over 200 yards and a touchdown. So with Chris Johnson running, with the team having to respect Vince Young, having to run or pass, leaves holes open. Other people start getting the ball. Other people start running. Guess we'll see how long this lasts. Probably not too much longer just because they start playing some tough teams later on. Other games. The Cowboys. I live in Oklahoma, so I'm a Cowboy fan. I have no choice. But Cowboys stunk it up today. Who is this? Roy Williams, who they shouldn't have let go of T.O. in the first place. That'll be a whole different subject. We'll get back on that later. But Roy Williams, who's complaining, I'm the number one. I'm the number one. They finally get it to him. He finally worked for his paycheck today. Got over 100 yards and a touchdown. And Miles Austin kind of sat in the background, just hung out. Got a couple passes. I know because he's on my fantasy roster, and I actually had him on the bench because I didn't think he's going to do much. Green Bay, as bad as their offensive line is, you can't count bad teams. Let me see, get that correct. You can't count good teams that have been playing bad out. Let me get that. How about that? Green Bay's a good team. They've been playing horribly. Offensive line playing horrible. Aaron Rodgers, who can pass and who can play, hasn't been getting rid of the ball. He's been sitting back there too long. He's holding on to the ball too long. But when you give him time, when he lets go of the ball, he's normally making passes. So who knows? Maybe he'll step up some more. Chiefs, bottom of the bucket. Anyway, but hey, that's going to be it for today. I'm just going to give a little intro. We'll talk about different stuff. Hopefully we can preview games beforehand, and then we'll make comments afterwards. That's what I like to do. leave your comments. Let me know what you want to talk about. Holla at me. LA Sports, Leon Andrew. Holla at me on. I'm gonna have a on YouTube. Check me out, Mr. LA Sports, and I'll keep you up to date. Shout out to Millard. I'll be doing 30-second shots on his video blog, so we'll check that out too. But holla at you.